We got Mr. Nameco right here. I'm Dustin. Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. We are talking
terrible
2015 fantasy football wide receiver strategy. It doesn't change a ton from year to year, but there are some things to consider and things that you want to look at before you start drafting.
But first, let's talk about daily fantasy and talk about DraftKings. Sign up using the promo code FST. We got a card here in the corner. Follow the link in the description below. Any of those options with depositing at least $5 before the start of the NFL season. We're going to give you a t-shirt. DraftKings are going to give you entry into a contest that you can use right now on an NFL
Win-win.
contest.
So one thing I want to talk about at wide receiver is this year more than most. When you look at the top tier guys, the list just keeps going.
Yeah, you're happy with a lot of them.
It's unbelievable. I mean, our 10th ranked receiver is AJ Green. That is insane because you got guys like Mike Evans getting up in there and Odell Beckham obviously getting up in there. That's really boosting up that tier, the top tier guys. And then even all the way to down to, obviously you get after Green, there's going to be a downgrade, but you go all the way down to 22, you got Brandon Marshall. I know he's on the Jets, but still, you're getting a big name player even at the 22nd wide receiver off the board. Receiver is very deep this year.
It is, and it's extremely deep, and if you're in a PPR league, and that's what many people are doing, there was 40 receivers last year that averaged double-digit fantasy points a week in PPR. 40 of them, so obviously this is an extremely deep position. And again, it goes back to some of those rookies that Dustin talked about, because out of those 40, there were 7 rookies that averaged double-digit fantasy points. So, CEO, boss, is the rookies, is this a new thing? Because rookies, it used to be Randy Moss did it and Bolden did it, and then whatever.
That's about it. It's definitely evolving because the college game is evolving. People are coming up, they're more ready for these NFL schemes, they're ready to go. It doesn't take them 1 or 2 years to learn everything. So we did have a huge amount of rookies having an impact last year, but when you really look at it, there's only 2 guys. I mean, Odell Beckham cracked the top 10, Mike Evans was way up there, but the other guys just had solid seasons. When you look at the class this year with Cooper, White, Aguilar, I don't know. It's a little.
I don't see any of them in the top 10.
I don't see it as the same talent pool. I mean, Odell Beckham was a freak, and when you're looking at taking those guys, I would much rather take a gamble on a 2nd or 3rd year guy that I think could really
give them the example. 2 guys getting drafted near each other, because this is ridiculous.
So the example would be you get into around the 5th round. Maybe you're deciding between Cooper or Jordan Matthews.
What? I can't believe their ADPs are that close.
I would much rather take Matthews. He's a much safer pick, but a lot of people are going to be debating about that because the rookie pick is more exciting.
It is, but Jordan Matthews is so much more exciting. That is crazy to me. But Dustin's right, the rookies. So last year the rookies paid off well because they were late round guys. Since rookies paid off really well, we're seeing their ADPs climb up. But what you do need to know is your late round guys. Just like knowing what running backs you want to take late. Again, this is such a deep position. Know the guys that you can get, in the 8th, 9th, 10th round. I mean, Aguilar, Allen Robinson, Fitz, Charles Johnson, Brashard Perryman. All of those guys are going right now after pick 90 right now.
John Brown.
John Brown. Love him too.
Loves John Brown.
Love John Brown. Love me some John. He's going to be a beast. Telling you right now. And they all have, would you be shocked if any of them are a wide receiver 2 potential? It wouldn't be crazy. Is it likely? I don't know, but it's not crazy. So you gotta target those guys. So when you get in the late rounds, you're not just grabbing some, boring, Bolden. Sorry, you're not grabbing a guy like him.
And one thing too, obviously, we always preach fill your bench with running backs, but I always take a gamble. I get my core group of receivers, and then I wait and I take a gamble on the John Browns of the world. Maybe at least get probably 1, 2, maybe 3 sometimes, just depending on who's there and what I think the value is. Just high upside receivers, because I got my core group. I'm set with that, but I want to get some high upside guys, just like flyers. I want to do with high upside running backs, and just see if they can take it to the
All right, Dustin, is there going to? He's playing injured. Just had back surgery like 70 hours ago.
We're gonna have a subscribe button right here.
I don't know if that's actually gonna happen.
To click it. We want you to click it.
If it actually happens,
to our channel.
Do him a solid. He's on a lot of drugs right now.
Subscribe to our channel. Sign up for DraftKings. Get into our forums.
Well, don't be so disappointed at that. It wasn't like the worst thing ever.
Follow through. Didn't look good.
I did a twist.
It wasn't smooth.
I try to switch it up once. This guy wants to say against the drugs. He doesn't even know what's happening. I'll let it slide. I can't be mean to him. He's my boss. Yeah, he still got it though.